They say nobody wants you to move to Auburn, Alabama, and they may be right. But this is why people keep moving here anyway. In this video, we're talking everything. If you are relocating to Auburn or probably buying a home here now, this video is going to change everything. Auburn, Alabama area. I want you to make sure to go ahead. Hey y'all, my name's Alex Acuff. I'm the broker and owner of eXp Realty Acuff Weekly Group here in Auburn. Thanks so much for joining me on my channel today. And we're going to have a little bit of fun today. If this is your first time to our channel, make sure just to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to interact. That really just kind of helps the algorithm for people just like you that are searching for homes and looking to relocate to the Auburn, Alabama market. So we're excited you're here. Stay tuned because we're digging into really 6 reasons why everyone's telling you probably not to move to Auburn, Alabama, but you're going to do it anyway. And number 5 is a little bit more on the fun side, so let's get into it. Reason number 1 is that it may just be too perfect. Auburn is one of those beautiful southern small towns. Think manicured lawns, brick sidewalks, and walkable downtowns that people are just envious of. And they may not want you to have that much fun when you come to Auburn because there's always a place to go and beautiful homes and yards to see. The schools are top-notch. They're rated really high. Just go to niche.com or greatschools.com and that will tell you everything you need to know about the schools. And also we have a wonderfully quiet community, and it's also pretty darn safe if you look up the crime rates for Alabama. For some, it may be a little bit too Stepford Wives, but it is clean, it is nice, and it is quiet. So other than game days, which we're running into fall here, so expect some loud Saturdays and some roars on the plains. But for you, you may be looking for peace, order, quiet place, good neighborhoods. This is probably just going to be the right place for you. Reason number 2 is everybody's coming here. We're seeing everything from families, investors, retirees, you name it. Everyone across the board is moving to Auburn, Alabama. So what does that mean for you? That means a competitive market. Yes, unfortunately, the good homes may go fast, but guess what? The inventory has gone up, but for those really good, perfect homes, the inventory is actually low when you dig into it and start looking at homes. So you got to be on top of the market because it does move quick. And those good homes, they sell quickly, and a lot of times they'll have multiple offers. So if you're looking in one of the really competitive neighborhoods like Camden Ridge or Moores Mill or East Lake or any of those neighborhoods like that, Grove Hill, you're going to find that the good homes, they go really fast. So it's important that you make, unfortunately, a pretty quick decision. So it's good to do your homework ahead of time. And with that, if you are looking to navigate that process, it's always best to hire a local real estate professional. Just a quick plug for me. I didn't do it in the beginning, so I'll do it right here. Make sure that if you want to get in touch with us to schedule a 15-20 minute Zoom call where we do an exploratory call to get to know everything about you and helping you move and what's important to you and finding that perfect home. We hop on a Zoom call, face to the name, and help you guys identify the perfect places. So then we can now go to work helping you find that perfect place. So when the perfect home does come up and it's really competitive, we can help you make that competitive move. Reason number 3, it's not cheap to live here. People may be telling you it's not cheap to live here. And guess what? They're right. It's not as cheap as it used to be. You know, it used to be a lot more of the affordable small town, but as word has gotten out, as neighborhoods have been developed, as Auburn University's been growing, we've seen that pricing go more into the 400 to 600 mark as far as like the good entry-level homes. So yes, when you come here, your budget does have to be a little bit higher than typically our surrounding areas. So that is something that could deter you a little bit, but I would get excited because guess what? That means a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity for appreciation. And I have a heart for investing. So when we work with someone, we know about your hard-earned money and where you're putting it. So we want to make sure you're putting it into a pretty darn good investment for you. So like I said, that average price point is pushing that 400K to 600K mark. So it is on the rise. Now, when you start dealing with neighborhoods like Quail Chase that I've talked about in my other videos, or Rock House, or any of the other luxury neighborhoods, you're going to see that price point tipping $1 million and up. Even some of the resale around the AU Club, especially like down in East Lake or Moores Mill, you will see a lot of luxury in those neighborhoods. And that's fine. If that's your price point, we can get competitive there as well. And yes, they do come up on the market, but of course we got to put that strategy in place to begin with. And when I have those conversations with locals, some of them are worried about the prices getting too high too quickly. For people coming from out of state, or typically from the north or from the west, they see a high value here. So when they come here and they see the prices, it's not as as scary. But if you're local and you've lived here for 30 plus years in a home that you paid, $120,000 for, and now it's worth $450,000, may get a little worried that the market is getting a little too inflated. I do suggest if you are one of those lovely people here in Auburn, Alabama, I want you to reach out to me. We will get you a home equity report. We do them for people all the time. It's one of our number one things we love to give out to people in our community, and we help you know exactly what kind of equity you have in your home. Reason number 4, the locals love it as it is. They don't want to change it too much. They like their slower pace. They like their close-knit communities. And you know what? I always tell people, culture, your community is made up of the people that build it. And when we keep bringing in people to continue to grow our culture and our communities, we see that elevate and thrive. And I think Auburn is a prime example of that. And yes, with that close-knit community, people here, they know each other. They wave at each other. We go to Publix and we say hey to each other. Unfortunately, I did have a recent trip to a northern state, a Midwestern northern state, and they weren't as friendly when you go to the grocery store. When we go to the grocery store, you see people that you don't even know, or you may see like a dad struggling with kids, and you at least get a hey or a head nod. North, you don't get a whole lot of that. So it might be a little bit of a culture shock when you come into our community from the north, because everyone may be a little bit too friendly for you, and that's okay. That's okay. And events around town are everything, especially Friday night football. Oh my goodness. If you want to go see some awesome football, go over to Duck Sanford Stadium or go over to Opelika. Now, if you're driving through and you're stuck in traffic on a Friday night trying to get to your dinner reservation, I'm sorry, I'll go ahead and say it ahead of time. Stay away from the intersection of East University and Glenn, because it can get pretty jammed up there when they're getting ready for a big football game. But here's the truth. Most folks around here, they love newcomers. They love to learn about you, learn about your culture, and learn what makes you special, because they will find a way to bring that out and probably gift you something to really welcome you into this community. This is a community of gift givers, and I can promise you that when you get here, you will quickly realize that yes, you may call them nosy neighbors, we just call them friends. And I think the most important thing to understand with that is that they're not trying to be in your business. They just want you to love Auburn as much as they do. And trust me, they love Auburn a lot. Reason number 5, Alabama fans do not want you to move here. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a longer one for you, because if you're moving here and you're an Alabama fan, you're going to say, gosh, that means everyone's going to say War Eagle to me. But I'm going to tell you, you will be surprised when you move here, honestly, how friendly the Auburn community is, no matter what team you go for. You may get some SEC trash talk. It's very common. Get used to it. It does happen, but just embrace the community. And what's kind of funny is that when I first moved here from Atlanta, I actually went around and door knocked a whole neighborhood, like over 500 homes. And it was interesting. It was right above the university in that Kerry Woods area. And I thought this was interesting to me, is that I found a lot of Alabama fans that work for Auburn University and just live in the community and live right there north of the university. And they live here. And I asked them, I say, well, why didn't you go back to Tuscaloosa? And they will all tell you, this is not a knock on Tuscaloosa, but the city here is better. It just is. You can measure us up against any SEC town. We look at crime rates, schools, education. I'm sorry, guys. The rest of you, Tennessee, Georgia, Athens, you're not going to get it. You're not going to have it like you will in Auburn. It is just the loveliest village. And yes, it is on the plains. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's interesting to see how many Alabama fans actually live in the city limits of Auburn. Now, with that said, there is another side, is that there are some diehard people that literally do bleed orange and blue. And yeah, they will judge you. They will totally judge you. But most of all, they're tolerable, but I promise you, you will be welcomed. But yes, if you can handle the orange and blue and seeing it around town, even if you're a big diehard Alabama fan, your kids go to Auburn High School, they will be a Tiger, by the way. And I think the Plains, this is like a limited release. I'm probably wrong, but I think it's going to be the Plains Eagles. Should be something like that. I think it's going to be their mascot. It's a new high school, Plains High School. So as long as you embrace it, you're going to be fine, and you're going to have a place amongst everyone here on the Plains. And even though you can just call it a Cal College all the time. And reason number 6, this is our last one, I promise. So once you're here, you're never going to want to leave. And I'm telling you, people, it happens all the time. You get here and you realize you're like, what? There's churches on every corner. There's chicken fingers on every corner. And behind those are fantastic restaurants. And what you find is that you start to fall in love with the community. You go to places like Acre, and then, you have cheesecake that blows your mind, or you go down to Lucy's and have some drinks, or you go to the Graduate and have a nice evening on the town, or go down to the Laurel and get a massage, or go out to Grand National. There's just a million things you can do here that are going to make you really fall in love with this place. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, you're so close to Chewacla State Park right here on the south side of Auburn. Walking trails, biking trails, swimming. You've got the Crayer, you've got the nature preserve. By the way, there's this place called Lake Martin that's pretty darn beautiful if you haven't seen it before. Just 30 minutes north of Auburn. And guess what? Every time you start to think that you're going to move away from Auburn, you think about how close you are to things and you realize I don't have to move. I can just stay right here and we can travel. So if I want to go to the beach, I'm 3.5 hours to the beach. If I want to go to the mountains, I'm 3 hours to the mountains. If I need to go to Birmingham, I'm 1 hour and 45 from the middle of Birmingham. And if you want to go anywhere in the world, you're 1 hour and 15 from the largest airport in the world. I'm pretty sure Hartsfield-Jackson up in Atlanta. So there's a lot of things to do here. They've got a lot of great amenities for being a small tier town. And I think you're going to love it here when you see it. So that's really our top 6, kind of more of a fun video for you guys. If you're looking to relocate to the Auburn, Opelika area, we do have relocation guides. So we have relocation guides for Auburn, for Opelika, and for if you're looking to buy a condo. So if you're a parent and you're looking to purchase a game day, or if not a parent, but if you're looking to buy a game day, or if you have kids coming to school here, we have relocation guides for all those. So just reach out to me. You can schedule a Zoom call. We can chat for a little bit and we can send it over to you and help you kind of get the process started, at least start exploring that idea of relocating to the Auburn area. And you know what? You may just find that you really like it no matter what your friends tell you. So thank you guys so much for joining me on today's video, and we will see you guys next week.